I think every candidate has to address it in their state. I do not think they can ignore it. I think they have to take it head on. This is where the Democrats want to play. They'll have the money to make this an issue. So we have to tackle it, put them on the defensive on their policy of due date abortion, on gender selection abortion. I think that's what China does, that you can abort a baby just because it's a girl, and then pivot to the voter as a whole voter. Most voters don't wake up thinking about abortion every day. What they're thinking about, and we know this, is crime and the economy. So it's got to be a three-step process. Address it, put them on the defensive, and then get back on the issues that the voters care about.
So that is Ronna McDaniel, head of the RNC, back before the midterm elections, back when the Republicans seemed pretty sure that for some reason destroying Roe v. Wade, stripping people of their rights was going to be a big winner with the voters. They'd already lost multiple special elections and all that, but they still thought it. And that turned out not to be the case. And so in the months immediately after the election, you heard people like specifically Ronna McDaniel saying, okay, well, we're recalibrating, and I know, we destroyed Roe v. Wade and everything, but don't worry, everyone. We're not radicals. We're not extremists. Like, stop freaking out about this topic. We're not going to do anything more like this. And I don't know if maybe it had to do with the fact that her getting reelected was a little bit difficult, and people like Ron DeSantis were attacking her. I don't know, but that recalibration on abortion, that attempt to convince people across America that they weren't coming for any more of their rights, that is done. They are going back into attack mode. The same sorts of attacks that hurt them so much in the midterms. The RNC passed a resolution to go on offense in the 2024 election cycle on abortion and pass the strongest pro-life legislation possible. That's, of course, their vapid, meaningless language. In the meantime, with language urging the adoption of 6-week bans. That's state, that's federal, that's everywhere. That is effectively a full ban across the country. Most people won't even know that they're pregnant at that point. That's why they do it. It has nothing to do with an electrical signal that they call a heartbeat. It has to do with banning abortion effectively across the entire country. And they are back fully on that. So we knew that these attacks at the state level were going to continue, that the bans were going to continue to be put forward. They're going to be getting judges who will destroy you and strip your rights away. But now at least Ronna McDaniel and the RNC, Elise, are admitting it. That is their strategy going into the 2024 election.
I mean, at least they're saying it. And the thing is, like, mask off Republicans are almost more preferable to me than, moseying around this narrative that they care about women. And what I hope and I fear is not going to happen is just, I don't want further polarization. I would hope that independents and Republicans understand, especially Republican women, that this doesn't benefit them. But the thing is just wealthy white women will still be able to get an abortion when they want to, and that's the reality of the thing. And but the vast majority of working class people are not going to be able to have access to this. And so I just hope that this is a turning of the tide, and the midterms was the first step, because we did see that this is not successful for Republicans. We'll vote blue, but more than vote blue, we're going to vote to safeguard abortion and block this permanently. I fear that that's going to take a lot longer than we think, but and so it's just scary, and I really worry for a lot of people in the South and Midwest.
Yeah, I'm super worried about it too. I mean, look, I know some people respond to it sort of like zoomed out, pragmatic. This is bad politically for the Republicans. It does seem to have hurt their efforts in the midterms, so this will probably hurt them going forward. So maybe that's the thing that stops President DeSantis, and I understand that, trying to get some sort of like silver lining out of it. But these sorts of bans have been passed in multiple states. Tens of millions of people don't have the rights that they had their entire life as of the last year. And so there might be some silver linings, but as they continue this, they will do terrible things. And sure, if they try to pass it federally, it'll get blocked in the Senate, and Joe Biden would never allow it and all that. But remember, they're talking about this for 2024 when they could very well take the Senate back. It's going to be a bad cycle for the Democrats, and Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump could be president again. So at that point, is a 6-week national ban impossible? No, the Supreme Court would definitely allow it. So anyway, just something to bear in mind as we go forward. And the fact that, as we've said, their stance on this super unpopular is irrelevant to them. If we can jump to our last graphic 5, 85% of American voters think abortion should be legal in some or all circumstances. And the some circumstances they mean is not 6 weeks. So they are wildly out of the mainstream. The percentage that think it should be illegal in all circumstances has been dropping at a very fast rate, even since the death of Roe v. Wade. But that is not gonna stop them. This isn't about popularity amongst like the broader public. This is about both for the elected officials and the pundits. It's proving their purity. It's about winning Republican primaries, differentiating themselves from other more establishment Republicans. And that leads to a lot of insanity.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.